A very logical day to all of you. Let's see what we have here today in store for us. So in store would mean, yes, we have quite many words here. So refreshing mandal. So store में क्या है? Refreshments हैं. Refreshing mandal. What does it talk about? Let's do the reading. So campaigning in Karnataka on Sunday, Rahul Gandhi called for a caste census and for the removal of the 50% cap on SC, ST, OBC reservation. These issues are not new, of course. Not new को हम underline कर लेंगे. That means ये कब से चले आ रहे. But the fact that Gandhi raises them now, alongside the Adani matter that he has been highlighting single-mindedly, is significant. Why is he mentioning it now? That is significant. In the immediate term, it can be read as Gandhi's attempt to counter the anti-OBC charge that the BJP has tried to smear him with ever since his 2019 Kolar jibe on corruption and Modi's, which also led to his disqualification from parliament after a conviction for defamation in the longer term. Right? तो मतलब वो अपनी स्पीयर का मतलब होता है to defame him in the sense, right? Smear यानी धब्बा होता है, a blot. So to defame him in that manner. So it also led to the disqualification from parliament, and you have read about all these articles. After a conviction for defamation in the longer term ahead of 2024. It could be that Gandhi and the Congress on the one hand and parties striving for elusive opposition unity on the other have converged on social justice as their slogan and glue. Converge means come on the same point. So other parties, Gandhi and Congress, right? Both have come to this social justice wala point. In doing so, they acknowledge the renewed resonance and salience of a politics centered on caste quotas in times of shrinking jobs and economic opportunities. Right? So these are the times where the jobs are shrinking, there are less economic opportunities, and then these people, these parties are coming up with the caste justice or the social justice point. The Congress unveiled a social justice package at the AICC plenary in February, which included promises of private sector quotas, a separate OBC ministry, reservation in the higher judiciary. हर कहीं पे रिजर्वेशन का प्रॉमिस किया इन्होंने. ऐसा सोशल जस्टिस पैकेज कांग्रेस ने बनाया. And more recently, DMK leader and Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin organized a national conference of the All India Federation for Social Justice, in which several non-BJP parties participated. But the renewed focus on caste and social justice also recalls an older opposition strategy. What is that? The deployment of Mandal to cut into the consolidation for Mandir. Why they are using Mandal? SC, ST, OBC, social justice, caste census and all that to cut into the consolidation. Consolidation means the strengthening, the fortification for Mandir. That means that the people on one side are coming together for the Mandir part. The people on the other side are going for the Mandal part. In the 1990s, the tumultuous decade in which Mandal and Mandir along with Market rearranged the country's politics. If you remember, Market would go for those 1991 reforms, economic reforms that took place, the LVG. The BJP's national homogenizing project was sought to be splintered by a more regional caste-centric politics. Splintered यानी बारीक बारीक सा हो जाना, that is splintered, broken into small pieces. So Mandal politics across the regions was also energized. This is talking about the 1990s. By the powerful pledge of social justice, it led to the emergence of new leaders and mobilization of new constituencies that contributed to the deepening of democracy. वो सब जब हुआ था 1990s में, तब democracy थोड़ी और strong हो गई थी. For a time, the strategy seemed to work against the BJP, seemed to work. ऐसा लग रहा था. but replicating it now, several decades on, is fraught with challenges. This becomes a major point, a caution that the author gives, that if you are going to follow the same thing again here, you did it in 1990s, now 30 years later you are doing again in 2020s, right? So this is now going to create a lot of challenge. For one, the flag bearers of Mandal have let it down. Instead of forming larger coalitions of the backward, many of these parties have shrunk into fiefs of the dominant backward castes. ठीक है, इनको larger coalitions बनाने चाहिए थे, वो नहीं बनाए. उन्होंने fiefs यानी छोटे pieces of land होते वैसे तो, जिसपे कोई और dominate करता है, तो वो कर लिया उन्होंने backward caste का, or the dominant backward caste they have come up with as the owners of the land. Now often controlled by families, right? So you can understand the meaning of the fiefs by the land that is controlled by the families. Now if the Mandal promise has been undercut by the Mandal party, it has also been confronted over the years by the challenge of the BJP's steady incursions into Mandal territory. This is what the BJP has done. Now be it by quoting non-dominant groups, how is BJP going into invading or incursion, infiltrating what? The Mandal territory. How is it doing? By quoting non-dominant groups within the OBC category, or the most deprived or less mobilized subcaste within the SCs, or by now reaching out to the Pasmanda or the backward caste Muslims with its Labharti politics. The BJP has sought to co-opt Mandal and combine it with Mandir, often successfully. What BJP is doing will be successful according to the author. For opposition parties in search of a binding glue, मतलब ऐसा कुछ जो कि उन opposition parties को साथ में रखे, that will be the binding glue for them. Then the challenge remains daunting. Daunting is something that is causing fear, intimidating. उसे daunting कहते हैं. There is no readily available platform or tidy agenda. No readily available platform. That means those people, opposition parties who want to come together, combine, glued as one opposition for the BJP. So they don't have a common platform also. That is what the author is saying. They don't have an agenda apart from this caste one that can help them to jointly take on the BJP. Such a platform, such an agenda will need to be pieced together bit by bit. तो अभी तो उनके दिमाग में कोई एजेंडा ही नहीं है कि वो कैसे बीजेपी के आसपास या सामना कर सकेंगे. There is simply no alternative to the labor of politics. No alternative to the labor of politics means labor of politics is the hard work that politics requires. So even if they need to come up as a single party against the BJP, they need to put in a lot of hard work, so that bit by bit they come with a strong agenda so as they can confront the BJP in the upcoming elections. For the time being, there is no such agenda, there is no such strong party that is glued together. Why? Because they have broken down on their own instead of combining as a strong opponent party. Right? I hope you have understood this now. Let's see the main idea. So it needs more than caste census, as we did in the last paragraph, that there was not a lot of serious agenda also. So they need that more than the caste census. Given how BJP has blended all these things together, तो उनके सामने भी एक श्योर स्ट्रॉन्ग एजेंडा होना चाहिए, तो जाके बीजेपी को अपोज कर सकेंगे. Let's see the vocabulary. Smear, as I said, a spot or something to defame, so that will be a slander. Smudge, insult is a simple word. If you can write the simple word, you can write insult. और smudge का मतलब ही धब्बा हो जाता है, label और slander हो जाता है कि आपके नाम पे किसी ने कुछ गलत बोला. So that is a smear on the somebody's character. Jibe, to take a jibe at somebody would mean to taunt him or to insult him. Conviction is a belief, opinion. To be elusive, the answer was elusive. That means it was not clear. If it is not clear, that means vague. indefinable, not clear. Converge is to meet, as we say, convergent rays होते हैं, अलग अलग डायरेक्शन से आके एक ही स्पॉट पे, एक ही पॉइंट पे मिलते हैं, so they are called the convergent rays. Resonant sound is related to sound. तो रेजोनेट करना मतलब उसका मीनिंग देना, टोन देना या उसका एको करना. हमने ये कुछ 2-4 दिन पहले भी हुआ था. We had discussed this word resonant. Salience is prominence, because what we read is the salient features of the Indian landscape. Right? We usually read this. Salient features are the prominent one. Plenary is whole, entire. Deployment, deploy, employ, use करना, to use it, to place it, to arrange it. Deployment of the forces, where were they used? On the borders. So how arranging the forces on the borders. Consolidation, you can understand the word solid, that is strong. So consolidate is to strengthen, right? Association and alliance. Tumultuous is in turmoil, the tumultuous mind, the tumultuous sea. Turbulent होता है जैसे tumultuous, turbulent and turmoil. Indecisive, disturbed, upset, unrestrained. Homogenizing, standardize. Homo is same, uniform. So to homogenize something is to standardize or regularize it. Splintered, as I said, it is broken into small pieces, so that will be disintegrated. And fractured. Fractured is not always a hand or a leg, but frac means break. This is a root word. Fracture, fraction, fractures, fragment. So frac and frag is to break. Replicating means duplicating. You can understand the duplicate hai to imitate to hoga. Fraught is usually called full of. So fraught is full of trouble, full of anxiety, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. Fraught with challenges, that means full of challenges. Fiefs, as I said, it is the land under the control of somebody. वो fiefs हो जाते हैं. Then incursions is intrusion, infiltration or spread. Invasions बोल सकते हैं हम. Right. Going into somebody else's land. And daunting, as I said, causing fear. That is frightening, intimidating होता है. Intimidating है and scary. Right? So frightening, intimidating is again causing fear, क्योंकि वहाँ पे word tim आ जाता है, तो spelling हो जाता है intimidate, causing fear or it is scary. Right? So that's all for today. And yes, there were quite a few words, and then the meanings also I gave you a good words only. So you can at least note that down today. So that will be the task for you. आज के दिन के जो words थे वो हो जाएंगे if you are writing all these words. And whatever article you have read apart from this editorial, so note down the words of that article also. So that will be enough for the day, working on your words. So that's all for today, and thank you for listening to this. So have a logical day ahead and a logical week ahead. Bye.